Alright guys, so this is going to be quite a long clip. I'm going to be going over a bunch of trades that I've done. As you can see, we're going to start on August 20th. As of now, it's around the 25th. So, yeah, I've got a lot of explaining to do. But, alright. So for the first trade, we traded away our Searing Plasma helmet without a home. Remember, we downgraded our Scorching Flames hat like this thing. Forgot what the fuck it is. The tip lid, right. And we got around 90 keys in buy orders for it. We bought this hat for very cheap, so I believe we were pricing everything here in buy orders. But the Searing Plasma helmet without a home. Around the same buy orders it had at the time when I uh, got it, but I believe I sold it for around 18 keys. So we got 11 keys, some buds, and a strange Here's helmet. The buds had buy orders at 4.5. Yep, 4.5 right here. And the strange Here's helm is 2.5 keys, I believe so. Yep, so altogether the suites added up to 7 keys, and so 7 keys on top of the 11 is 18 keys, which I thought was very, very nice for what I got, because there were multiple. These guys were still here when I sold this. See, listed 7 days ago at 20. So finding 18 for it was a very lucky buy, or sell, sorry. And that was 2 keys over buy orders, 2 keys more profit for us. Um, I later downgraded my purple energy tipped lid and the strange Here's helmet that we got from this trade for 3 unusuals. The jumper's Jeep cap was had the effect haunted ghosts. So if we go here, so 30, we'll pull up a calculator for this. So buy orders for the haunted ghosts were at 30. Um, we also got an orbiting fire hat with no name. So orbiting fire hat with no name. Buy orders still the same, around 29 keys. And then lastly, we got a Dead President's Winter Woodsman. I remember this. So that is 15 keys in buy orders, which is 74 for our purple energy tipped lid. Yeah, so buy orders are now at 68, which is pretty good. So minus 68. Remember, we got this for under buy orders in mixed. I believe we paid like 63 or 64 in items. But regardless, 6 keys profit in just buy orders is not bad at all. Can't complain at all. That's already 6 keys profit. Oh, but we did add this strange Here's home. So I guess we do have to subtract this. But 3.5 keys over buy orders in buy order mixed is not bad at all. I'm gonna cut the clip here, and I'm gonna pull up the classifieds for all the other trades that I have up next, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so for the next trade, we sold our Circling Peace Sign Backbreaker Skullcracker for 10 keys pure. At the time, there was a buy order at 7 and a seller at 14, but this guy Harry was never here. I'm really happy I was able to sell it for 10 keys because I don't think that would be possible now that Harry's here. But we priced this at buy orders as well in the trade for our tip lid, so anything above buy orders is still profit for us, which is 3 keys extra profit on a very low tier hat, which is extremely rare, but I mean, we still were able to do that. So I'm pretty happy with that trade. We sold our buds for pure to bots, 4.5 keys. Not a big trade at all. The next trade though we did was quite a risk. We bought a all-class bruisers bandana with headless horseshoes, the best footprint spell in the game on an all-class misc. Very neat deal. We were able to get it for around 30 keys pure. It was quite a risk, though. I wasn't really that comfortable doing too much on it because, as you guys can see, like single spelled Violent Violet Footprints at 30 keys hadn't sold in 2 months. Um, like a lot of these like good looking spells, double spelled Burrow Bruisers seem to be on the market for a while. Rotten Orange. I guess these are all new listings, but at the time there weren't that many. Um, this guy was the one. This is the exact bandana that I actually owned, but we'll get back to that in a sec. But 30 keys. Decided to take the risk because, I mean, at worst, I could probably just re-quick sell it for around 25 keys anyway, so wasn't that big of a deal. We sold our Starstorm Insomnia, or Starstorm Slumber, rather, Wide Brim Bandito to bots. Wasn't much of a margin on it, so I wasn't really that, like, I didn't really care, to be honest. And I didn't have any pure at the time, so when my friends asked if I wanted to play MVM, I decided, sure, let me just quick sell this to bots. I ended up doing so for around 16 and like 0.9 keys, I think. And then I went ahead and bought myself some tickets and an Eternoween, and all that jazz. Um, Next trade, though, we sold our Jumper's Jeep Cap plus 5 keys for a insane deal. Okay, so the Jeep Cap will price it by orders at 30. We added 5 keys on top, right? And then we got a Schadenfreude with skill gotten gains. With buy orders at 14.1. I believe they dropped now, but they were a lot higher. 14.1. And then a Victory Lap Taunt, I believe. Sorry. Yep, Victory Lap Taunt with Arcane Assistance. I believe it's an unpriced taunt, but yeah, it is unpriced. But it was still a great deal. Buy orders are at 25 right now. That's what they were at. So let's see. We subtract 25 from this, and we profit 4 and like just about 4 keys and just buy orders on this trade. I do not know how we found this, and what is more surprising is that this Jeep Cap had a seller at 36, and this right here is like 34 in just buy orders, which is pretty nice. I don't think I'm going to find a deal like this again, but I did end up making a lot of profit on these 2 taunts alone. And, and he also wanted my Aquamarine rocket launcher, which is crazier. He paid 3 keys, and I think that's crazy because I don't even know. I don't remember anything that well, but all I know is that the same guy kind of wanted to do this trade together, and I said that it would look nice with a Jeep Cap, and that's what he offered me. So that's 7 keys profit. Completely forgot about that. Next trade is our Trucker's Topper. This is one of the hats that I've decided I want to keep. I know in the beginning of this series I said I wanted to do like a yellow theme for the Scout and all, but after seeing this hat, it looks amazing. I'll show you guys this hat in game after I go through all the trades, but it's an insane hat. It looks like it only goes on the NG, but I found out after I bought it that it goes on the Scout. Really neat hat, but we paid our plug-in Prospector, which had buy orders at 28 at the time, our Winter Woodsman that had buy orders at, oh, how do I clear this? Oh, there we go. So 28, this one had buy orders at 15, and then I added 5 keys on top, which is 48 keys in essentially what I paid for a Frozen Icefall Trucker's Topper. And this had buy orders at 52.5 keys. So That's 4.5 keys profit in buy orders, and I do not plan on selling this anytime soon. One of 6 in existence, recently priced at 56, and it's not that big of a deal. 2 other sellers at 70 listed a pretty long time ago, so it doesn't seem like they've sold, but I don't really care. It's a really nice hat overall, and I'm really happy Raymond decided to sell it to me. Because he was looking for a different NG hat, and Burning Flame plug-in prospectors are not bad at all. Next trade, we ended up selling our Bruiser's bandana to Crust. I sold it to him for 34 keys. Remember, we bought this for 30 keys a couple hours actually before I ended up trading it to him. So that was a easy 4 keys profit. I honestly could have set on it for more. The guy that had it listed for 80 that I showed you guys, Punch, was actually the one that bought it off of Crust for 40 keys, so it did kind of make me sad, but at the same time, I mean, I was making 4 keys profit in less than 2 hours on just this spell alone, and I thought I was taking a big risk with it, and I just didn't really want it in my inventory, to be completely honest. A lot of my friends were saying that they didn't really have that much faith in it, and that they thought I paid too much, so I mean, I did end up selling it for 4 keys profit, and I cannot complain about that. So, uh, overall, pretty happy with that. I decided to give away a couple things to some randoms on, like, casual servers. So, I gave away the 2 tour duty tickets that I bought, and I ended up buying a bunch of craft hats with some ref, and gave it away to a guy in a massive spy crab. So, it was very nice. It wasn't too much to me, and I felt like giving back to the community was something that I really enjoyed doing. So yeah, it was really nice to see people happy about getting a couple like ref in craft hats, and yeah. But next trade going in, we sold our skill gotten gains. I sold it to a friend named Toads Gaming. I do not know how he knew I had this taunt, but immediately after I listed it, around a day later, he paid me just 20 keys straight up. And so we got this in an offer for our Jeep cap, and we'd already profited 7 keys, right? In just buy orders. The buy orders for the Schadenfreude were 14 keys. So him paying 20 is another 6 keys on top, which just comes out to be 13 keys profit on just the buy orders, you know, combined and all that. So that's really nice. Next trade, I bought an all-class spelled with Run Orange Footprints Rather Festive Tree with Orbiting Fire. Um, I don't know. This Gorilla Kisser guy, he was trying to sell it for a very cheap price. I believe it was like 25 at the beginning, but I think the regular non-spelled Orbiting Fire Rather Festive Tree was, yeah, so this was the price. The non-spelled ones were going for 24 to 25 keys, and I believe he was only asking for like 25 keys. He had it listed for 35, which explains why people probably didn't offer on it, but when he hopped in a trade server, he said he could do 25. So then I offered him my bat hat that I got in a trade for the tip lid, and I got that at buy orders. So I believe our Vicious Vortex bat hat with buy orders at 21.42, and I was able to convince him to do 2 keys on to let me do 2 keys on top for his Rather Festive Tree, in which case I was paying around 23.5 keys for this Rather Festive Tree with Rotten Orange Footprints. I found out it was one of 2 in existence, spelled on an Orbiting Fire Rather Festive Tree, which was a really nice selling point. It was also matching the Orbiting Fire on the hat, paired with the Rotten Orange Footprints was a great combo, and it being all class also helped a lot with the desirability. But it wasn't really that big of a risk because I knew that I could get more than 23 because that's what the regular ones were going to sell for. So this was a very good snag, and it does end up paying off in the future. We will get to that trade sooner or later. I quick bought a Steaming Cadaver's Cranium for, I believe it was 8 keys, yep. And back when I bought it, I believe the buy orders were around 7.8, I don't know, but this guy on a trade server was quick selling it for mad cheap. So I was like, you know what, I'll do that. I don't really mind doing that. Um, but yeah, so we ended up buying that for like less than like half a key over buy orders. Uh, Brush here, we bought two unusual weapons off of him in the past in this series, and we are buying one more off of him. He's got a Minware, Firehorns, Villainous Violet, Hot Leopard printed shotgun. I believe I paid 27 keys for this, and at the time I had gotten some help from a friend. His name's like Zadada. He's normally my skin buyer, like my unusual war paint and skin buyer. And I asked him for some advice on how to price this thing, and using that advice, I decided I could probably get around 30 keys for it, which I didn't really mind. So yeah, we got that for 27 keys. The victory lap that we got in the trade for our Jeep Cap, I ended up selling for 2 keys over buy orders. The market was really scuffed. I believe it had a seller at 35, 32, and 45. And so, I mean, I really didn't mind selling it for 27, especially after that trade on the Schadenfreude, where we got like pretty much full price on the taunt. I couldn't really complain with 27. I was even surprised that I got 27, but yeah, looks like Pilaf still has it in his inventory. I wish him good luck selling it, but 27 is really nice. Overall, I believe we profited, what, like 7 keys in buy orders, and we sold the Schaden for 6 keys over buy orders, and then we're selling this for 2. So in that Jeep Cap trade alone, we probably profited around 15 keys, which is quite amazing because um, if we were to just sell the Jeep Cap, there were other sellers at 36 keys, so being able to sell it for around 45 keys in all the items that we got is so much better, and I'm really glad that I was able to find that Jeep Cap trade. I also quick bought a Dreadnought with Cloud9. Yeah, with Cloud9 for 8 keys. So this was another pretty good quick buy. The buy orders are pretty much the same from when I bought it, but 8 keys was pretty nice. Recommended price of 9 to 9.5 3 years ago, so it doesn't really matter, but I was the only seller at the time on this one as well, so looked like a good quick sell to me. And for this clip, this is going to be the last trade. I need to take a break from talking, but I sold my rather festive tree, remember, that we got for 23.5 keys, right? And we added 4 keys in this little Eternaween thing that's like 0.2 keys, right? So essentially we paid 27.7 for an iridescent fried batter. And wow, do I wish I could show you guys what that effect looked like when I got it. I can show it to you guys in loadout.tf. It's such a nice effect, and I'm really happy I found this hat because he seemed like he was really interested in spelled items. So yeah, so the buy orders are 41 at the moment, but when I bought it, the buy orders were like 39.5, I believe. Yeah, so like the buy orders are like 39.5, but I don't really mind because I mean, essentially we paid 27.7 for it, which is automatically a net around 12 keys profit for us. We ended up selling the fried batter. I forgot how much, but I guess we'll get to it once we start going over more and more trades. But I'll see you guys in the next clip. So for the next trade, we ended up selling both of our unusuals, the steaming one that we bought for 8 keys and the dreadnought that we also bought for 8 keys. We are selling them both for 18 keys to Why Suspicious. I was still the only seller at the time, and he is buying both of them for a key over what I paid for them on each. So that's 2 keys profit on a couple low tier unusuals, which pretty good to me, honestly. Like, I don't really expect to make that much from low tiers, but it's kind of like a side hustle at the time. I mean, if there's a good deal, good enough for me to buy, I will be happy to buy it and sit on it. And that's exactly what I did here. And although I see a lot of traders nowadays that are dealing with high tier stuff, they're always like not buying unusuals that are under a certain amount of keys. But in my opinion, I think that any unusual for the right price is a great deal, and there's still a great possibility of profiting no matter what unusual it is, as long as you get it for the right price. And it ended up paying off here. Next, we are selling our Orbiting Fire Hat with no name for 9 keys and a Purple Energy Snack Stack. The Purple Energy Snack Stack, I believe, had buy orders at 22. I do not remember at the top of my head, but we can check it right now. Wow, wait. That's quite a good quick sell. I might go snag that real quick, but we're getting off track here. What was it? I believe it was Purple Energy. Yes. So buy orders were at 22 keys. That program guy and another guy actually had their buy orders up, so not bad. He added around 9.5 keys with that Allfather on top, so 22 plus 9.5, which is 31.5. The Hat with no name had buy orders at around 29, so that's 2.5 keys profit for us if we sold to bots. The Hat with no name was a kind of hard sell. I mean, I've had it for like 2 days, I think, but Orbiting Fire is not the best effect, to be completely honest. And I mean, I guess being the only seller helped a lot on it, but other than that, there wasn't really much I could really do about it. My best offer on it in pure was around 30 till I got this deal. So yeah, pretty happy with that. This is a pretty big trade. I met a gambler, and he went on a tear, I am telling you, man. And he ended up winning 2 Smoking Herald's Helms. And if you guys don't know about Herald's Helms, they are a Quickswitch misc, so you can wear them on top of another unusual. I can show you guys a quick example in game if it'll work. Yes, so as you can see, the unusual effect Frozen Icefall and the Blizzardy Storm Herald's Helm that I get in the future are both on the same scout, which is pretty nice. This is how you can have a double effect with a Quickswitch misc. And if I were to throw in like a Bonk Boy, like a true misc on top, it is possible that I would be able to have a triple effect, and that's how people do it on different classes. There are different hats that are different Quickswitch miscs for different classes, and for the Scout, the Quickswitch misc is the Herald's Helm. But regardless, we got them both for 44 keys, I believe. So, I mean, I know how to do this in my head, but just to visualize it for you guys, I paid 22 per, and at the time, there was only one buy order at, I believe, 19. I think 19. But I was paying 3 keys over buy orders for all 2 of the ones that I bought, which is not bad at all for a Quickswitch misc. With sellers at 60 and 55, this guy was not here when I first bought it, so it was 2 sellers. But I knew that Quickswitch miscs have potential from previous trading experiences, so getting both of them for, like 3 keys over buy orders for each was not bad, because worst case scenario, I could probably re-quick sell it for around the same price as I bought it for. Next, I quick sold my, my fried batter to Crust. I believe I sold it to him for 40 keys flat, but now the buy order's at 41. I do not care at all, because I already profited so much from that rather festive tree that, I mean, I didn't mind giving my friend a favor and giving him a good deal so that he can profit as well, which I'm sure he did. There's no way he couldn't have profited. But next, we bought this Blizzardy Storm Herald's Helm that I still have, the one that I showed you guys in game. I believe I'm going to keep this for my scout on my scout set for the rest of the series. But, I mean, wow. The buy orders have gone up tremendously. Not tremendously, but they have gone up. At the time when I bought this, the buy orders were at 48.26 keys. And so there were 2 of them on the market at the time. And so I decided to buy it from the bot for 50 keys, which is really nice. There were 2 on the market for 63 keys, but I think it's 67 keys. I don't know. They're on marketplace, but who cares? Seller at 90. I bought it for 50 keys at the time, which was really nice deal. It was like a key or a key and a half above buy orders at the time for a Quickswitch misc with Blizzardy Storm, clean as well. Great snag. Next trade. We sold one of our Smoking Herald's helms. I like to think of it as 22 keys that we paid for each Herald's helm. So I sold it for an Aussie Frontier Justice, a unusual bombing run with Terawatt, 3 keys, and a Dead of Night. The Dead of Night is around half a key. The Terawatt bombing run is 9.5 in buy orders, I believe. If I can pull it up. Yeah, so 9.3 in buy orders. 3.5 keys on top, and then the Aussie Force of, or not Force of, the Frontier Justice, right? Australian Frontier Justice. Buy orders at 17.53. So, insane pickup here. We got 30 keys in just buy orders for this Herald's Helm. I mean, it did have sellers at 50 and 55, or 60 and 55 keys when I bought them. But getting 30 keys in buy orders is crazy profit. That's 8 keys profit for us in just buy orders, considering that we bought one of the Herald's Helms for 22 keys. Very happy with that trade. And Alex here, the close friend of mine that also has the other Blizzardy Storm Herald's Helm, he was asking for help on how to quick switch a hat. So I decided to give him one of my unusuals that I was holding at the time to help him have a double effect, and he ended up trading it right back to me afterwards. Sold the Aussie Frontier Justice to bots for 17 and whatever keys, and also quick sold this Purple Energy Snack Stack for 22 keys, which is just buy orders. Nobody was biting because the buy orders are so bad on it, but I don't really care because, I mean, we've already profited so much on the... Forgot what we got this snack stack on. We were literally just talking about it. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry, guys. Snack stack. Oh, we got another hat with no name. So, yeah, that's automatic profit no matter what. And so I did not care at all. Next trade. Big spell trade here. I had to think a while on this, but I ended up buying a multi-class misc with Rotten Orange Footprints and Sinister Staining, and a double spelled Misc Muffler with Sinister Staining and Headless Horseshoes. This Misc Muffler is an all-class misc, just like the bandana, and it had Headless Horseshoes and Sinister Staining. And this Weight Room Warmer was a pretty desirable misc, I guess. It's for the heavy scout and I think the demo. I'm not sure about the last one, but we ended up buying this for 52 keys. Yes, I know. 52 fucking keys. But I don't know. I was really nervous going into this trade. This Misc Muffler I priced at 30 keys, which is, now that I think back on it, it was really cheap because I mean, we got our single spelled Headless Horseshoes Bruiser's Bandana for pretty much the same price as what we priced this muffler at. And then I priced this Weight Room Warmer at 22. But all of that nervousness would fade away in less than an hour because I was able to automatically flip both of these spells for 65 keys to a good friend of mine, Ultra Low. I met him pretty long time ago when I first started trading, and he was the one to give me a bunch of tips on how to trade and stuff. He's a really nice guy. Love him with all my heart because without him, I don't think I would be able to really have the knowledge to be up here. I mean, not just him, but I mean, with the help of him, it was really nice. And he said that he wanted to buy a headless horseshoes misc for a while, and so I said, you know what, I can do that. That would be great. So we were able to make 13 keys profit in less than an hour, I believe. 12:16, 11:43. So that's 30 minutes. We made 13 keys profit in 30 minutes, which is wow. Wow, wow, wow. Next trade. We bought this towering or not towering inferno, I'm stupid. This flaming lantern soldiers thing. Forgot what it's called. The drill hat. And wait, am I recording? Alright, I am recording. Holy fuck. That would have been horrible. But I paid my leopard printed shotgun plus I think 20 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So we paid the leopard printed shotgun and 20 keys for the flaming lantern drill hat. I still have it as of now, and ouch, that hurts. I literally just got undercut by a bot, but buy orders were still the same at the time, and the best offer that I had gotten on the shotgun was 30 keys, so that's what we were gonna price it at. I added 20 keys on top, which comes out to be 50 keys in what I could have gotten in pure for this drill hat. And when I bought it, I was the only seller, which I didn't really mind. But yeah, that's that. I mean, I felt like a hat was way easier to sell than a weapon, so I decided to go through with this trade. It's clean, Gen 1 Halloween, and I was the only seller on it at the time, so it was a really easy decision for me. But I've gotten a current offer of 54 on it, but I might go check up on that offer and take it, considering that this guy just undercut me by a significant amount. But yeah, seemed like a good trade to me. I sold the bombing run for 10 keys. We got the bombing run for one of our smoking herald's helms, and we already made 30 keys in buy orders, so an extra key above buy orders makes it 31 keys, which is 11 keys profit for us. And I ended up buying a Cloud9 Kabuto for my Herald's Helm, and I added 6 keys on top. And the Herald's Helm I priced at 22, right, because I had 2 of them and I bought them for 44. And so adding 6 keys on top, I'd be paying 28 keys for a Cloud9 Kabuto. So the Cloud9 Kabuto has buy orders at 32. So me paying 28 would be an automatic 4 keys profit, which is like me selling that Herald's Helm for 26 keys, right? But we ended up getting a really good trade out of this Kabuto, so we'll get back to that. This guy Alex here, he's a good friend of mine. Once again, he's going off to college, so he decided to let me broker his unusuals. Very nice unusuals. One of one spelled attendant with something burning this way comes, and a clean jumper's Jeep cap with cloudy moon. I mean, wow. Wow indeed. But I was able to sell these, so I'll get back to you guys on that in the future. But once again, like I said to you guys, I got an insane deal on this Kabuto. I sold it for 36 keys, so 35 keys pure and a strange spec case shortstop priced at a key pretty much in buy orders. So that's 26 keys, which I think is crazy because or not 26, sorry, 36. But with a seller at 36.5, I thought that it was crazy. But I don't know how I found that. Pretty happy about that trade though. So instead of making 6 keys profit, we made 4 keys over buy orders, which is 10 keys profit, which is like me selling that Herald's Helm for 30 keys, which is crazy. But those Quickswitch miscs really paid off in the end, and yeah, I mean, investing in Quickswitch Miscs for cheap might be the new meta, guys. I might start doing that more often. Um, and now we're at our most recent trades. So the pomade prints that I had decided to keep, I got a pretty good offer on. So I decided to sell it, and I didn't really care about selling this now because that trucker's topper that we got with frozen icefall, I decided like I liked way better. So um, decided to keep that instead, and it looks really nice with our quick switch misc, Blizzy Storm Herald's Helm. So I mean that's real solid. I think I'm a hold on to both of those, but we paid 34 on the pomade, and then we added 3 keys, which is 37 keys for an unusual highway star. Right, the highway star is uh, the effect on the highway star is Eldritch Opening, and there is a singular buy order at 42 keys on it. 42 keys, which I mean, I think he didn't. I think he was like unstable. I don't think he really wanted the unusual because I mean, that's 5 keys profit in just buy orders, um, which is crazy. I mean, I don't really expect that, but I mean, I'm happy to let it go for that price. And what's even better is I ended up selling that Highway Star for like, for 43, like a key above buy orders, which is another key on top, which is 6 keys profit, to a friend named Shirk. Um, yeah, and this kind of led to a chain of events. And he ended up buying both of the unusuals that I was brokering. So he paid 195 keys on this attendant. Um, and he also paid 151 keys on this Jeep cab, both clean, right? And Alex, he bought it for he bought the attendant for 183, and he also bought the Jeep cab for around 140 when the what was it? When the market was a lot like lower in price. It was a couple months ago, I believe he bought it. But I mean, that's 23 keys pure profit for him. I am getting a cut of that profit, but I'm not sure how much I'm getting yet, but we'll get back to that. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll end this clip here. It was a pretty long clip, but these are all of the trades that I have so far, and I appreciate you guys for sticking, I guess, sticking around for this long. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys if I get any more future trades. Alright guys, so for the last couple trades of this series, I ended up getting a strange festivized Procast Scorch Shot with a bunch of parts on it, really nice parts, for brokering Alex's items for him. So he made around 23 keys profit, and this festivized Scorch Shot is like 4.5 keys, I believe. So um, yeah, I think it's 4.5 keys in buy orders. It is festivized as well, so I mean it's pretty nice. Um, yeah, so I mean you guys might not be able to see it, but there are a couple buy orders for festivized ones at like 4.4. But considering he made 23 keys on it, um, from what I brokered for him, 4.5 keys is a generous around 20% of the profit, which is really nice. Yeah, so 4.42 being the buy orders. So 20% is really nice because like for brokering, the regular price is around like 10% or 15% of the profits. But it's really nice of Alex to give me something nice. I reckon I could probably sell it for at least 5 keys, keeping in mind that it has some really nice parts on it. But yeah, and lastly, I ended up selling the Flaming Lantern drill hat. So we got it for our shotgun plus 20, and the shotgun we had a current offer of 30 keys on, so that was around 50 keys that we had current offers on for the Flaming Lantern drill hat. We ended up selling it for 54 keys, which is 4 keys more than I expected to get on the shotgun. And the best part is that I used to be the only seller on the hat, but another seller came in, and yeah, now they're 2, so I'm happy to get rid of it because 54 is still a very solid price for considering that there's a seller at 67. But yeah, um, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry this episode is very like not organized, but if we look at our like how much we have at the end of this video, this shortstop is a key. We have 180 keys pure. Um, the scorch shot we can sell for like 5 keys. This Herald's Helm has buy orders at 51. I could probably quick sell it for 54 because it's a misc. The Trucker's Topper I can sell for 55. All the strange stuff that I have along with all the cosmetics probably add up to around 7 keys. And this scattergun lastly is like 63 keys, I believe. So I mean, overall, it's not bad. We have around 365 keys to work with, and that is 265 keys in a month, which is pretty nice. I mean, most people can't really even make like 30 keys in a month, but 265 keys, wow, that's an entire different level that we're on. Very pleased about everything, you know, that happened so far in this trading series, and I hope it continues because at the rate that we're going, we are not stopping anytime soon. But yeah, I will get back to you guys in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below for what class you guys want me to do next. I've gotten one comment saying that they want me to do demo, and I'm gonna admit demo is probably one of my least played classes, but I'm gonna listen to you guys, so if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. But once again, thank you, and I hope you guys have a good one.